In this series, I'm going to show how to install Ubuntu on VirtualBox. Let's go ahead to the VirtualBox webpage and download VirtualBox. Since I'm using a Mac OS, I'm going to use the OS X link to download the DMG file, which is the installer for VirtualBox on MacBooks. Save the file. Next step would be to actually install the extension pack for VirtualBox, which is needed to move files from the guest to the host OS systems. Make sure you install the same version as your VirtualBox. There is just one file which is applicable to all operating systems. The next step would be to double click on VirtualBox and run the installer, so we actually install the VirtualBox on the operating system. Okay, now double click on the package file to run the installer. You will need your administrator password, without which you cannot proceed, so make sure you have that in hand. I choose the default location. I don't change any installation locations. So give your password and press continue to install software. Once installation is done, now you need to install the extension pack. So choose the extension pack and double click on that file to install the extension pack. It's a similar step. You will need to provide your administrator password to install the extension pack too. Cool. So the next step is to actually create the virtual machine. I choose the name my Ubuntu, and it's a Linux. It's going to be Ubuntu 64-bit. You can press continue. I choose since I'm going to be using it for development, I choose 8 gigs of RAM. You can choose something less if you wanted to. And my MacBook is a MacBook Pro, so I got 16 gigs of RAM in my system. I'm going to create a new hard disk. I'm going to choose the default virtual disk image, and I'm going to choose the fixed size, and I'm going to choose 16 gigabytes as the file system size. I'm going to go ahead and click create, and it takes some time to actually create your empty hard disk. Remember, these are just files in your MacBook OS, so you're not actually creating a partition in your MacBook, just a file. It's like a database file. Okay, now you double click your my Ubuntu to start the virtual machine. But before you can, it's now empty. We still have to add an ISO and install the OS to it. So we'll go ahead and choose the Ubuntu ISO that I downloaded from the Ubuntu website. The link below in the description gives you where to get these downloads, so in case you're interested. And I'm going to start the installation. Pretty much I'll be choosing the defaults. Ubuntu automatically finds out where you are. I'm in the West Coast USA, so it's going to do all of that. I'm going to give a username and call it my Ubu, and I'm going to give the password as the same thing. One note of caution is VirtualBox offers you to choose encryption. I would avoid that. Instead, if you wanted encryption, I would encrypt the home directory, which is a feature offered by Ubuntu. Just make sure that this ensures that you can move your operating system between versions of VirtualBox and also to other VM technologies. So I'm going to go ahead and install Ubuntu. Continue. I'm going to choose also install the third-party graphics and Wi-Fi hardware, and I'm going to use normal installation. Yes, I'm going to erase the entire disk and install Ubuntu. Again, it is not erasing anything in your MacBook Pro. It is just reformatting the file that it created. Just kind of a no-op here. And I'm going to continue. I have started the installation. So this is where I live, so the time zone, and I'm going to choose LA. I'm going to give the VM name as my Ubu. Continue. So the installation is happening. It actually takes some time. I have edited the video so it goes faster for this purpose. But pretty much I don't click anything anywhere. It just automatically installs with a progress bar. So once the installation is complete, it's going to prompt to reboot, which I will do that in a short while. Okay, I'm going to restart. So once I restart, I would suggest to actually power off the system as it is a first install. And once powered off, I would double click it again. And this launches Ubuntu, which is installed into the fixed disk that we initially created. That's my username, my Ubu. I'm going to click on that, give my password, and sign in. There you go. So I have a lot of, this is the first time, so I'm going to click next. I'm going to click next again for the live patch. I don't want to set it up right now. And no, I don't want to send my system info to Canonical. Canonical is the company behind Ubuntu. I'm going to click next again. Done. There you go. So now I see my left bar is cluttered with a lot of stuff that I don't want. I actually want the terminal, which is the most important thing for me, as I like to develop applications in Linux. So I'm going to remove the Amazon first, the question mark help, the update software, I know how to get to them, the LibreOffice, I don't want it, no webcam, and no email. I don't plan to use Thunderbird. And I'm going to add the terminal to my favorites, so it's always there after I exit the terminal. There you go. So thank you for watching this video, and if you want to download content, please visit the link in the description where I have links to Ubuntu and VirtualBox for quick downloads. Thank you.